No. Why? Because collection stores one object, and map store objects with mappings. Collection store objects without mappings. Map will store objects with mappings. They are both are what type of objects? Different behavior objects. When they are different behavior objects, how can you collect them? Not possible, no? They cannot make them subtypes, right? It's a different type of objects. Huh. Not right answer. Collection hierarchy, map hierarchy, both all these classes together. Collection hierarchy, map hierarchy, both classes together we call framework. Okay, what is a framework? A framework is a semi-developed application that contains set of classes and interfaces. Those are working together to solve a particular problem is called framework. Okay, it is an application. It is a project. Framework is a project that is not fully developed. It is semi-developed project that contains set of classes and interfaces. Those are working together to solve a particular problem is called framework. Now Struts is a framework. It's solving the problem of web application development. Hibernate is a framework. It is solving the problem of persistence logic development. Spring is a framework. It is solving the problem of integration. Okay, framework of frameworks. Spring is a framework of frameworks. All frameworks are there in the Spring. Like that, in Java SE, we have a framework called collections framework. So what is a collections framework? What is a collections framework? Set of classes and interfaces. Those are meant for collecting objects as one group is called what? Collections framework. Collections framework is divided into two hierarchies, collection hierarchy and map hierarchy. Collection hierarchy classes are used for collecting objects without mappings. Map hierarchy classes are used for collecting objects with mappings. For collection hierarchy classes, collection is the root interface. For map hierarchy classes, map is the root interface. Map is not subtype of collection, or collection is not subtype of map, because both collection and map are different type of objects. Collection meant for storing objects without mappings. Map is meant for storing objects with mappings. So hope you understand the word collections framework. From Java 5 version onwards, collections framework classes are updated with generic syntax. Collections framework classes are updated with generic syntax. From Java 1.5 version onwards, collections framework classes are also called generic collections because they are updated with generic syntax. Okay, now? So these are the points you have to remember. Now, we have to start work with these collection classes. First, we have to work with list implemented classes, and then set implemented classes, and then map implemented classes, and then queue implemented classes. Total, we have how many types of collection Java support? Java supports 4 types of collections: set type collection, list type collection, queue type collection, map type collection. Set, list, queue stores object without mappings. Map will store objects with mappings. Totally 4 types of collections are there. Okay. Now, first we are trying to understand list type collections. Okay. Now, before proceeding the programming part, you have totally 3 words every day we are going to use. Number 1, collection. Number 2, collection. Number 3, collections. First one is collection, small c collection. Second one is capital C collection. Third one is capital C collection ends with S. Collection, collection, collections. Okay, a collection is a group of objects. Just it is a word. A collection is just a word. It is a group of objects. A collection is a collection is a group of objects either without mappings or with mappings. Collection is a just word. But capital C collection is not a word. It is a interface. Okay, it is a interface. It is a root interface of collection hierarchy without mappings. It is a root interface of collection hierarchy without mappings. Then collections is a class. Capital C starts with capital C, ends with S. Collections is a class. It is a utility class. A class or utility class contains several static methods to perform some operation on collection and map objects commonly. In collection, we have 10 classes. In map, we have 8 classes. Totally 18 classes are there. Among all these 18 classes, we need to perform. On all these 18 class objects, we need to perform some common operation. To perform those common operations, we have a class called what? Collections. So collections class is a utility class, contains several static methods to perform some operation on collection and map objects commonly. All you people understand 3 words? Okay, in last class we understand legacy collections, collections, framework collections, and generic collections. Now we have more 3 words: collection, collection, collections. Okay, and now tell me, why Sun develop collections when we have developed our own custom, our own collection? Sun developed, if you create our own collection, our class name, method names are different from other programmer or developer class name and method names. When you are changing from one company to another company, I have to learn collection API again and again. I have to develop collection API again and again. So to solve this problem, Sun Microsystem has given collections framework classes common to all projects. Hence, what the primary advantages of collections framework we are learning here common to all projects? First one is reduce programming effort. You no need to define program. Okay, already program is there. You no need to develop any program. You no need to put your effort to develop programs. Increase performance, because Sun Microsystem experienced people are used the high performance implementations of data structures and algorithms. So they give high performance and provides interoperability between unrelated APIs. For example, I am developing UI API and model API, controller API, different functionality performing APIs I am developing. I want to share data among them to and forth. Okay, back and forth means forward I am passing input, backward I am returning output. So in order to share the data between interrelated API, okay, then you have to use what? Collection API. Provides interoperability, means connection between unrelated APIs. Reduces the effort required to learn API. Reduces the effort required to learn API. What the meaning of reduces effort required to learn API? Now, by you are learning collection API only one time in Ameerpet. Then you are moving from one company to another company. Any company you are moving in the world. So now collection API will be fixed. You no need to learn API again and again. Next, reduces the effort required to design and implement API. When you're moving from one company to another company, you no need to develop new collection API, not required. And it increases the software reuse, faster software reuse. Okay, so totally how many advantages are there working with collection? 6 advantages. Reduces programming effort, increase the performance, provides interoperability between unrelated APIs, reduces the effort required to learn API, reduces the effort required to design and implement API, fosters software reuse. You have to by heart these 6 advantages. If interviewer asks a question, what are the advantages of collections framework? Why I'm using collections framework? Why can't I create my own class? Okay, if interview asks the question, you have to answer these 6 points. Okay, and then what is the difference between array and collection? Okay, tell me now. So now arrays are good and collection is also good. When to use array, when to use collection? And tell me, inbuilt array is a inbuilt language level object, right? You no need to write any class for creating array. It is a inbuilt language level object, whereas collection is a class. It is API level object. It is an explicit class object. It is API level. Can store only homogeneous values and objects. Can store both homogeneous and heterogeneous objects. Very important point. Array can store both the primitive values and also objects. Can store both primitive values and objects. But whereas collection cannot store primitives, can store only objects. Then sir, if you want to store primitive values, what I need to do? You must convert primitive values to object and then you have to store. Okay, how to convert primitive values to object? By using wrapper class. By using wrapper class, you have to convert primitive values to object and then you have to store. And next, fixed in size and length. Array is fixed in size and length, whereas collection is resizable and growable. Size can be changed, increase, decrease, and we can also grow its capacity, resizable and growable. Next, it is a raw object. Raw object means it doesn't have any inbuilt operations. Okay, it doesn't develop by following any data structure or algorithm. Whereas collection is not a raw object. It is developed by following some data structure and some algorithm. Next, so because array is a raw object, it doesn't provide any methods inbuilt. Hence, it will not provide any inbuilt methods to perform different operations such as searching, removing, sorting, etc. And collection provides inbuilt methods to perform different possible operation. It means we have methods for search, remove, sort, etc. operations. And last but not least, it cannot store objects in different formats and different order. It can store objects only in one format, index, and only one order, insertion order. Whereas collection can store objects in different formats, different orders such as indexed format, table format, insertion order, sorting order, LIFO order, FIFO order, etc. And very, very important, last important point, array is fast in execution, performance is high. Collection is slow in execution, performance is low. But still, we will use a collection only. Okay, why? Because array has 7 problems. To overcome these 7 problems, we are using collection. But sir, it's a performance issue. Na? It is negligible. It is a compared to array, performance is low, but it is negligible. Hope you all understand difference between array and collection. Tell me, am I telling any new points here? All the 7 points are new points or known points are? Just the array problems only I mentioned left side and the solution I mentioned right side, right? Right. So this is the basic idea about theory points. Now we are trying to understand collection, list implementation classes. The first point about collection. Ready now programming? Tell me totally how many core interfaces in collection hierarchy, collections framework. If you want to develop program, you should know interfaces first. How many interfaces you have in collection hierarchy, collections framework hierarchy? Totally how many interfaces are there? Collections framework is built on 10 interfaces. What are the 10 interfaces? Set. First interface is what? Set. Collection here. First interface is collection. Then set, list, queue. Come again. Collection, set, sorted set, navigable set, list, queue, dequeue, map, sorted map, navigable map. Totally how many count again? Collection, set, sorted set, navigable set, list, queue, dequeue, map, sorted map, navigable map. Totally 10 interfaces we have. These 10 interfaces are called as core interfaces. Core means what? Base. Base interfaces are core interfaces. Okay, now? Some trainers or some faculties call them as a key interfaces. There is no word called key in Java. Okay, right? There is no word called key interface. According to Sun Microsystem, we call these interfaces as core interfaces. You don't pronounce it as a key interfaces. If any of your friends are pronouncing as a key interfaces, correct them. Array, they are not key interfaces. They are what? Core interfaces. Core means what? Base. Core Java, base to the Java. Java language base is key Java, na core Java. Na. Core Java. Core means what? Base. So something we built on top of something, we call it as what? Core Java, core interfaces. So totally how many interfaces are there? Totally 10 interfaces. Complete collections framework is built on 10 core interfaces and 3 supporting interfaces. How many? 3 supporting interfaces. They are iterable, comparable, comparator. Totally 3 supporting interfaces: iterable, comparable, comparator. So collections framework is built on 10 core interfaces and 3 supporting interfaces. So first, let us try to understand about collection interface points. Tell me, what is the collection points? Collection is the root interface of all collections framework, collection hierarchy classes. Again, one more confusion created by the trainers. Collection is the root interface of collection hierarchy classes, not collections framework. Some people are telling that collection is the root interface of collections framework. Wrong statement. Collection is the root interface of all collection hierarchy classes which are meant for storing objects in indexed format without mappings. Collection represents group of objects without mappings. It represents unique and duplicate, ordered, unordered collections. Okay, collection represents group of objects without mappings. Those objects can be unique objects, can be duplicate objects, can be ordered and unordered. Order means in a proper order you are storing with index. Unordered means without index and without order if you store, that is called what? Unordered collection. Unique means what? Different referenced objects and different data objects are called unique. Duplicate means what? Either same reference or same data objects are called what? Duplicate. So first 3 points understand. If interviewer asks a question, tell something about collection interface. What do you start? First you should say collection is a root interface of all collection hierarchy classes. Collection represents group of objects without mappings. It represents unique and duplicate, ordered and unordered collections. Wonderful. Very important point. If you go back to your collection hierarchy diagram, tell me, is the collection interface has provided direct implementation class? Do you have any at least direct implementation class to the collection? No. Collection doesn't have direct implementation. Collection has provided 3 sub-interfaces implementation: as a set, as a list, as a queue, because we have unique collections and we have duplicate collection. To represent a unique collection and duplicate elements collection, we have 2 different type of collections we have. But the point, collection doesn't provide direct implementation. Okay, so it doesn't have direct implementation because it represents different type of collections as specified in the previous point. Okay, unique and duplicate collection. It has a 3 subtypes: set, list and queue. Set represents unique objects. List for representing including duplicate objects with index. Queue is meant for representing first in first out order retrieving. Everyone understand? So if you interviewer ask a question, these are the 6 points you have to tell. Root interface of collection hierarchy, represent group of objects without mappings, represent unique, duplicate, ordered, unordered collection, and doesn't have direct implementation because it represents different type of collection as per specified in previous point. It has a 3 subtypes: set, list, queue. Set is representing unique objects, list is representing duplicate objects, queue is representing first in first out order collection of elements. All 6 points understood? Can you remember all? No need to remember. All points are there in material. You can buy hard later. Open Xerox material. Xerox material 3, collection hierarchy, collection points. Continuation material, continuation pages. You follow every point, you'll understand. Okay. Now, tell me, collection is the root interface of all collection hierarchy classes means it should contain methods common to all classes. Na? It should declare methods to perform collecting operation common to all 10 concrete implementation classes of set to list to queue, right? How many methods are available in collection interface? Collection interface has 15 methods. How many methods? 15 methods. Collection declared 15 methods common to all types of collection. In Java 1.2 version, we have 15 methods. In Java 8 version, we got 5 more new methods. In Java 11 version, we got 1 more method. So totally, we have 21 methods in collection interface. Tell me, if you want to perform collection programming, you need to know all these methods now? Is my point understand? Are you ready to by heart all 21 methods? What are the methods we need to perform on collection here? What are the operations? Number one, storing. Number 2, counting. Number 3, printing. Number 4, searching. Number 5, retrieving. Number 6, removing. Number 7, replacing. Number 8, inserting. Number 9, sorting. So minimum 9 operations. Okay, minimum 9 operations are there. Now, what are the 9 operation methods? Let us try to understand. I want to type. Not only 9, we have some more methods are there, but I want you to type. Tell me. I'm writing something like this. First, after collection object creation, I wanted to find collection is empty or not. I wanted to find collection is empty or not. If collection is empty, I want to add objects. If collection is not empty, I want to retrieve objects, like I want to perform different operation. I given a box to you. Immediately you will verify, is this box contain any elements inside? Is this box contain any items inside? I given a bag to you. You will verify bag is empty or not empty, like that. So public method is what? Boolean. Method name is what? Is empty. I wanted to find, is this collection is empty or not? If empty, return Boolean. True. If not empty, return false. Next. I want to add objects. Public. Tell me, sometimes element may not be added. Boolean. Method name is add of. What do you want to add? I want to add object. Collection of. Which type of object you want to add? That represented by this E generic. Okay, na? Collection name is what? E. Collection will specify, we can specify what type of object you want to add based on this E. This E will become parameter type, EE. If you don't specify any type here, the parameter type will be object. Public Boolean add of E. Then next tell me. On collection, I can perform single object operation. Also, I can perform bulk object operations. I can copy one object. I can copy multiple objects at a time. I want to add one object, or I can add multiple objects. Public Boolean add all. What is the other name? Add all. Tell me. Multiple objects represented by object or collection? Collection. Copy elements from one collection to another collection. This is a first collection. Current object is what? Second collection. C2 dot add all of C1. Then elements available in C1 all copied into C2. But the question is, already you mentioned C2 is one type called E. Then the elements coming from collection must be the elements, question mark. The element, any element can be there in the collection. Any means question mark, must be subtypes of E. Okay, must be subtypes of E. You should not pass the collection which contain different type of elements. When you say collection of string, the coming objects must be string or subtype. If you say collection of student, the coming objects must be either student or its subtypes. Should not be superclass, should not be sibling. Next tell me. So first method is what? Is empty. Second method is add all. Next, after adding, I wanted to search. After adding object, I want to search. For searching purpose, the method name is public Boolean. Method name is not search. Method name is what? Contains of element E. So now I am passing one identical object, and then I wanted to find, is this object available or not? Okay, I want to verify, is this object available in the collection or not? I want to identify. For that, what is the method? Collection. Another question. Now tell me, I have copied one object, I have added one object, I'm searching for one object. I have added multiple objects, a group of objects. Now I wanted to find all those objects available or not. How do you write now? Collection of question mark extends E. Okay, and C. Contains all. One object operation, bulk object operations. And next tell me, when I found the object is available, my interest is removing that object. Public, I want remove. Public boolean remove of, what you want remove? EE. Okay, I want remove bulk of object, multiple objects. Remove all of collection of question mark extends E C. Then tell me, what this remove all method will do? Don't confuse. Will it remove all elements available in collection to C2? No, 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 no. It will remove only elements available in C1 from C2. When I call C2 dot remove all of C1, the elements available in C1 are removed from C2. I want to remove all elements available in C2. I want to make a collection empty. For that, you have to call a method called what? We have to call a method called clear. You must call a method called what? Clear. Public void clear. Remove, one object will remove all, removes given a collection all elements from current collection. Clear method will remove all elements available in this collection and make collection empty. All methods understand? Can you please try to reply? What the first method? Is empty. Next, add all. Remove, add all. Contains all. Remove all, clear. Wonderful rhythm. Is empty. Add all. Contains all. Remove all, clear. Oh, super. And tell me now, I don't want to remove the elements available in collection 1. Except collection 1 elements, I want to remove remaining elements. And a matching element I don't want to remove. Unmatched elements I wanted to remove. Public boolean retain all. What is the method name? Retain all. I want to retain the elements available in the given collection. Unmatched elements I wanted to remove. In that case, what method I should call? Retain all. Then tell me, what is the difference between remove all and retain all? Remove all method will remove C1 elements from C2. Retain all method will remove C1 collection elements, not matched elements. Okay. Next, after removing elements, Vikramji, people are coming today. right? So now next method is what? Size method. Public. I wanted to find after removing and retaining all completed. I wanted to find how many objects are remaining. Okay. Public. What do you write now? Public return type is what? Int method name is size. Okay. Public int size, and then now try to answer. But if you observe these 10 methods, if you observe these 10 methods, if you observe these 10 methods, do you have any method for retrieving element? First method checking empty or not, second two method storing, next method searching, next method removing. Do you have any method for retrieving? No. For retrieving, you have to use iterator. Na? There is a method called public iterator. Okay, public iterator. Got clarity? Yeah? So iterator method will return iterator object. By using iterator object, I can retrieve elements available in collection. Okay, the next one. Tell me now. Here, now try to answer. Here, I want to compare one collection with another collection. For that, we have method called public int hash code and public boolean equals of object obj. And next, I want to convert one collection to, I want to convert collection to array because collection internally array only. No? I have a method which accepting the parameter as array. I have a method which return type is array. Okay. You remember, right? I want to convert string buffer to string to string buffer. Like that, I want to convert collection to array. For that, we have a method called public object array to array. Okay, now public object array to array. And also we have another method. Okay, you don't want object array, you can specify your own array, your own type of array you can specify and pass. Public object array to array of object array obj. So totally how many methods are there? 15 methods available in collection interface. Can you please try to by heart these methods quickly once? If you remember these 15 methods, I can introduce next methods. Guys, hope all you understand these methods. When to use which method? Can you please try to answer? I want to add one object to the collection. Which method? Come on, answer please. I want to add one object to the collection. Which method? Add. I wanted to, I want to search one object in the collection. Then contains method. I wanted to remove one object from the collection. Remove method. I wanted to count objects available in the collection. Size. I want to retrieve elements available in the collection. I want to retrieve elements available in the collection. Iterator. I want to convert collection to array. I want to convert elements available in array. I want to convert a collection to array. Chandrakant, size method is not meant for retrieving. Size method is meant for counting elements available in the collection. Okay, now the question. On a collection, I can perform single object operation and bulk object operations. Bulk object means I want to copy multiple objects from one collection to another collection. Now what I should use? I want to copy elements from one collection to another collection, add all. I wanted to search one collection of elements in another collection. Contains all. I wanted to remove one collection of elements from another collection. Remove all. I wanted to remove unmatched elements of given collection elements. Unmatched elements, then retain all. I want to remove all elements available in the collection. Clear. Now my question, try to think and answer. Iterator method perform one object operation or bulk object operation. It returns one object or all objects. Using iterator, can I retrieve one object? No. Iterator is meant for retrieving all objects, bulk operations. So add all, contains all, remove all, retain all, clear, and iterator. These 5 methods will perform bulk operations. Add, contains, remove. These 3 methods will perform single object operation. Okay, tell me, do you have any method for replacing? Do you have any method for replacing? Do you have any method for replacing? Come on, come on. Do you have any method for replacing? Retain is not meant for replacing, Rabbi. Retain is meant for removing on. There is no method for replacing. Do you have any method for inserting? Do you have any method for inserting? No. Add is not for inserting, adding. Inserting means in the middle of the collection, if you store, that is called insert. In the middle of collection, if you store something, that is insert. If you store at end, that is called add. Add all, add method always add element at end of all elements, okay? In a collection interface, you don't find a method for insert, replace, sort. Okay. Tell me, what are the operations we can perform on database? Crude operations, no? Three operations we can, 4 operations. Insert, select, update, delete. Insert, select, update, delete. Insert is nothing but adding only. Select is nothing but retrieving. Update is nothing but replacing. And delete is nothing but removing. Can you say a collection object is a mini database? Can you perform crude operations on collection? Expecting answer from everyone. Can I say collection is a mini database? On collection, can I perform crude operations? Create, add method. Create operation, insert operation, perform by using add method. Next, select operation, perform by using iterate method. Update operation, there is no method to update. Then only you cannot, using collection you cannot update, but other ways are there update. And next remove method by use remove operation, delete operation performed by using delete. Okay, are you able to understand the points? Wherever you want to store data, perform crude operation, there I can use collection. But then what the difference between collection and database? Collection perform small amount of data, database perform huge amount data. That is only difference. So if you remember all these methods, then only you can perform collection operations. Now, in Java 8 version, we got new methods. Java 8 version, new methods. What are the new methods we have? First method for 16 method for, okay, look at here, I have remove operation. I don't want to remove all objects. Matching objects I want to remove. If you take remove, one object remove. Remove all, removing all elements available in the collection. But I want to remove multiple objects which comes under matching. For example, all even number objects I want to remove. All odd number objects I want to remove. Or all strings I want to remove. That kind of facility not provided. That facility is available from Java 5 version. Okay, na? Removing matching objects. And next, I want to retrieve objects from the collection. For that, I have to write huge code called iterator code, and then I have to retrieve one element. Lot of code you need to write. So for decreasing retrieving logic from the collection, we have one more method. Okay. We have a method called remove if. Okay. For removing purpose, remove if. We have another method called what? For each. For each. Remove if method taking one argument. For each also taking one argument. Okay, remove if for each. And next, 18th method. For each method is only can retrieve and display. I don't want all elements to retrieve and display. I wanted to retrieve and verify some condition and then display. Then for that purpose, we have stream. What is the method name? Stream. And one more method is there called parallel stream. Okay, now stream and parallel stream. And one more method is there for alternative to stream API, that alternative to parallel stream and iterator, that is split iterate. Okay, what's the method name? Split iterate. This is not special iterator. I pronounce it as a special iterator in the video. It is not special iterator, it is split iterator. Split iterator. Okay, so totally how many more methods we got in Java 8 version? 4 methods. For the 5 methods. What are the 5 methods? Remove if, for each, stream, parallel stream, split iterator. And next, in Java 11 version, we got one more new method, that is toArray. Okay, na? toArray overloaded method we got. toArray. One more method is came overloaded method. So totally 21 methods. Hope you all got clarity on collection interface and its methods. Now it's the time we have to verify. Collection JDK 16 API documentation. Collection interface, click on it. The type of elements in the collection. Okay, these many subclasses are there. Collection interface deriving from iterable. Look at there, what is the collection? The root interface in the collection hierarchy. A collection represents a group of objects known as its elements. Some collection allow duplicates, other don't. Some are ordered, other are unordered. The JDK doesn't provide any direct implementation of this interface. It provides implementations of more specific subinterfaces like set and list. This interface is typically used to pass collections around and manipulate them where maximum generality is desired. Okay, remaining points you please read yourself. I'm not reading. Go down, go down. So much of discussion is given in your free time today only. Okay, in your today only. By tomorrow you are coming back expecting all the people to read and by heart. Look at here. What are the methods? Add E, add all of collection, clear, contains, contains all, equals, hash code is empty, iterator, parallel stream, whose return type is what? Stream. It is a default method. Java 8 new features. Remember, I hope, default methods concept. And next, remove object, remove all, remove if predicate. If condition, if you want to pass as an argument, you have to use what? Predicate is a functional interface. It is also default method whose return type is Boolean, removed or not removed. Retain all, size, split iterator, stream, two array of int function and two array. Okay, na? So these are the total 21 methods. Hey, Babu, all people understand? So this is the complete details about collection interface story. Okay, all these methods and the detailed about collection interface is available in your material, expecting all the people to by heart and remember. Okay, yeah. So today also I'm stopping session by now. I hope from tomorrow onwards I will take up to 11 o'clock. Okay, just today, excuse me. Tomorrow onwards there is no need to go anywhere. 99% today is going to be solve all the problems. Today, please by heart the collection, all those things. Okay. Equals hash code method meant for comparing one collection with another collection. Right. So by tomorrow you are coming to class. I'm expecting all the people remember all these 21 methods, declarations and come. Thank you all. See you tomorrow. Please practice and come.